So in my particular role, it's very diverse, and really what I was able to take out from Humber were some of the best practices in the courses. So this is everything from touching base to social media. This is your internet marketing. This is, your mass media buys. So one of the main responsibilities that I have is, working with tons of different creative agencies. Like Christina said, it's, Leo Burnett, Taxi are some of our agencies that do some of our mass media buys. This is our commercial ads. The ads that you see on YouTube that pre-roll every time that you're on there, that's some stuff that we work on. And really it's working on, defining the overall social media content strategy. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum here in terms of recruitment. So, I've done many interviews where, I've gone to larger companies and I didn't get the job, or, I was on a panel interview with, 3 or 4 other individuals, kind of interviewing individuals for, more junior roles. So I've hired roles for, assistant marketing coordinators, social media coordinators, associate marketing managers, graphic designers, photographers. And the whole idea of, specific traits that we look for when we're hiring, whether you have work-life experience or just you're coming straight out of school, are a few things here. So effective communicators. I notice right off the bat when people come into interviews, they're fairly tense, It's like, geez, buddy, lighten up a little bit, and I can tell from their introduction where they're shaking my hand. They're like, hey, I'm Sarah. And I'm like, holy cow, your hands are sweaty. Use a towel. But the whole idea of that is you need to be confident in yourself and truly understand that the abilities and the life lessons that you're getting from Humber College are very vital and they're relevant. So just be confident in yourself. Highlight your personality as well, right? Nobody wants kind of someone who's just very monotone, not really going into an interview with some type of enthusiasm. So do your research, understand the industry that you're going to be looking towards getting into, and be passionate about it, right? I mean, there are certain times where, some people are just like, I'm going to go in there and just get the job, but you truly got to be passionate about it. And once you are, and I know this is more cliche than anything, every day that you go into work doesn't really seem like work. And that's how it is for me, to be honest with you. And lastly, team-oriented. What I was able to get from Humber College is, being able to work in different teams. So all these types of group presentations or collaborations and teamworks that you guys actually do in a lot of your courses are very relevant. So, for recent grads, the whole idea is, a lot of the industry these days will require some type of experience. So how do you actually overcome that, right? So if you've ever done anything where, even if it's like a non-paid internship for 3 months, or there's stuff that you're doing on the side as like a side gig or a personal hobby, let's say you guys run or have a YouTube channel, or you're running a blog, or you do your own social media campaigns, throw that in there, right? Number one, it shows your own personality and individuality, but it also shows that you're doing other stuff that might be relevant to other segments of the business. So try to express that as much as possible and share that in your resume during the interview. And then as well, if there's other stuff that you do, try to add some personality. I just put 10 years. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so whether they laugh or not during the interview, it kind of creates that discussion. So for myself, being able to identify weaknesses is important to you, because they try to throw you off in interviews where they're like, so Jimmy, describe me some of your weaknesses. And if you're not prepared for that answer, you might just be like, oh my God, I don't have any. They're like, no, you do. You just don't know it yet. So the whole idea around that is, sometimes people say obscure things like, oh, well, I'm a perfectionist. I'm very detail oriented. Do not put that on your resume, because they don't want to see that. But the whole idea to tackle that approach is, turn something negative into a positive. So when I'm talking about a weakness, identify something that you've either been struggling with or you're working to continue to improve on, and say, hey, look, this is what I've done in terms of adjustments. This is what I plan on doing in the future. And this is the overall end result as my solution. So being able to kind of convert that in a conversation to something positive really shows your way or your process or your thought of thinking. And that's more so what they're hoping to actually get out of that answers, rather than really just your weaknesses, because everybody has them. And then the other thing I want to talk about is stressful questions. They're going to put you on the spot and say, hey, so how do you deal with stress? Maybe talk to me about a situation where you're in school or you're in a group meeting or a group presentation, and you had a disagreement with another colleague. How did you handle that? What were your steps? Kind of what was the resolve out of it? So being able to identify that, either you're in school or even from work life experience, is very relevant to the interview process. So that's something that I always want to touch base on.